two ways about it. You gotta do something about your popularity. It's probably too late to get warranty insurance.
Yo, you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to the Friday, February 9th, 2024 edition of TNI News. Now, we've got a lot of news to cover today. I've been away most of the week, so this is my first actual news video of this week, and we've had a lot of news come out over the course of the week that I'm going to be touching upon today. But before we get into today's news, I wanted to give a big shout out to this channel's first member. I launched the membership program on here that you can do if you want to hit that join button down below. And Mark Sowerby is our first channel member. So again, a big thanks to him for joining the channel. And as I said, if you're interested in joining, you can hit that join button down below this video. Also, just the normal reminder that if you are new to this channel, please think about subscribing. Hit that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And that way you can stay on top of all the latest action figure news as it happens. All right, so let's get into today's news because, again, we do have a lot to cover today. And let's start off with a little bit of news on the Marvel Legend front. So yesterday, going up for pre-order on the Hasbro Pulse website was another one of those Marvel Legend VHS Spider-Man Animated Series 2-packs. So this time we are getting a new Daredevil with the black cell shading. And in some of these images, I think it looks good, like with this one. But then in other images that they released, he looks he looks more like spotted Daredevil than supposed to just be like Shadow. So I don't know. I'm a little torn on the Daredevil figure. I really do like this Hydro Man figure that's meant to look like Hydro Man completely in his water form. And I like the effect pieces that they've included with this one. So I'm a little torn on this one. I haven't decided whether I want to get this one or not. As I'm filming this, however, it is still currently available for pre-order on the Hasbro Pulse website. The cost of this one is $49.99. Now, eventually, like we've seen with many of these VHS sets, it will probably be made available elsewhere outside of Hasbro Pulse. But right now, it is exclusive to the Pulse website. Now, switching over to Star Wars, and speaking of former Pulse exclusive sets, we have that Spirit Force 3-pack that features Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda with the translucent type plastic. This, again, was previously offered as a Pulse exclusive. It was also supposed to be available on Shop Disney, which I think maybe for a time it was. But now you can get it at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And the cost of this one is going to run you about $79. And then for you vintage collection fans, going up for pre-order this week is a new vehicle. So this is the E-Wing that was featured in the Disney Plus Ahsoka live action series. It's kind of an X-Wing fighter hybrid. I don't actually know if that's where this vehicle first appeared. I'm thinking probably not, but definitely most recently and probably more predominantly, and why Hasbro is now doing a vehicle of it. So again, this is being offered for the vintage collection line, so the smaller scale figures. The vehicle holds one figure. You don't actually get a pilot with this vehicle. I believe Hasbro will be offering the pilot sold separately. You do get the astromech droid, which I believe is the astromech that was in the ship with the female pilot that you saw in the opening clip of this video. So I believe, I don't know if that's, there was a male pilot and a female pilot. There were two A-Wings featured in the Ahsoka series, so I don't know which pilot we're going to be getting. But I believe the astromech that's included with this vehicle, again, was the one that was with the female pilot. So this is going to have a hefty price tag of $100. Again, it is available for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse's website now. This will be also offered at Disney parks. So if you happen to be attending one of the Disney parks and go into the stores, there, you will probably see this vehicle fairly soon. But again, if you want to just pre-order it and have it delivered to your home, you can go to Hasbro Pulse. But like I say, it does have a hefty price tag of $100. And again, no actual pilot figure is included with this. And while we're on the subject of Star Wars, not Hasbro related, but from Tamashii Nations, we have official images for that movie realization Obi-Wan Kenobi figure. So we had seen this on display at some of the overseas shows. So this is, where they feature Star Wars characters and samurai type looks. And now we're getting Obi-Wan Kenobi. This figure is not yet available for pre-order, but is supposed to be released in May of this year. So I suspect it will be going up fairly soon. Okay, now let's get back into Hasbro products and switch over to Transformers. So first of all, I just wanted to let you know that the Haslab Omega Prime figure is now fully funded, or at least has reached its minimum funding goal. So the figure is now guaranteed if you decide to, you want to add this one to your collection. It needed a minimum of 10,000 backers, and with just over 34 days left until the campaign ends, as I'm filming this, it currently has 10,744 backers. So again, the Omega Prime figure is going to be happening from the Robots in Disguise Red animated series. It features Optimus Prime as a fire truck and Ultra Magnus, which again, like with his G1 counterpart, was a car transport carrier. So, and then the two combine and form Omega Prime. So, if you've been holding back and waiting to see if it was going to fund, again, it is funded. Now, it has two stretch goals. The first stretch goal for the big sword will not be included unless the campaign reaches 13,000 backers. But again, it does have over 34 days to go. So I imagine it will probably reach both that stretch goal and the second stretch goal for the Space Bridge state figure stand, which will be unlocked if it reaches 16,000 backers. So, but definitely I think it'll reach 13 for the large sword. But right now, again, Omega Prime is fully funded. Did so fairly quickly, not in the first couple of days like sometimes we see with these campaigns, but it definitely didn't take until the very end to reach that minimum goal. We also just recently got some new official images for that Transformer Legacy United Origin Wheeljack figure. So I've talked about this one previously, but again, we have some official images. Now, this one has not yet gone up for pre-order. It's supposed to be released in the spring of this year. And with this one, it features Wheeljack, who transforms into his Cybertronian form, as seen in the original G1 episode, the first episode, where he and Bumblebee were trying to steal some Energon rods. Now, this one is being released as a Voyager class sized figure, and the cost of it is going to be $34.99. And thanks to the Amazon Japan website, we have a look at another masterpiece Trainbot figure. So we just saw the Genoa one not too long ago, the MPG07. Now we have a look at MPG08. Yamaguchi, I guess is how you say this one's name. If I butchered it, I do apologize. But with this one, again, he transforms from train to robot. This one has a lot of yellow in it. So if you've been collecting these, this is one that you might want to keep an eye out for. Hasbro's also announced a new line of Transformers that they're going to be doing. These are comic edition versions of characters they've already released. So repaints with some new additions and stuff. We've seen them do something similar with Star Wars. So definitely a very similar packaging to the comic book based Star Wars figures that Hasbro has done. But now Transformers is getting the treatment. So the first one is a repainted Grimlock. You can see the packaging emulates an early issue from the Marvel comic run with the Dinobots. I believe that was the first appearance of the Dinobots in the Marvel comic run. Grimlock comes with his traditional sword and then also a double-bladed sword, which I don't remember what exactly that's supposed to be based on. But again, Grimlock, you can see, definitely has more of comic book type colors to him. And the packaging has the comic art on it and such. So that's going to cost you, Grimlock there is going to cost you $59.99. So he does have a hefty price tag to him. These are not yet available for pre-order. They're supposed to be released later this summer. And I'm not exactly sure when they're going to be going up for pre-order. But again, these are coming later this year. And then the second figure that they're doing in this line is Shockwave. So you can see on the packaging, the cover to the original Marvel comic run of Transformer issue number 4, I believe, where it says, "Are all dead," and essentially Shockwave takes command of the Decepticons. Optimus Prime's head is removed from his body, and that is actually included as one of the accessories for this figure. Now, I will tell you that obviously this version of Shockwave looks very true to, in robot mode, looks very true to how he appeared in the comics. But in the comics, in the original comics, of course, he transformed into a laser gun. That is not what this one transforms into. It transforms into that spacecraft looking thing. So it's not very accurate on the vehicle mode, and how he was based on the comics. But again, this is essentially just a repaint of a previous figure they did. Now this one's a little bit cheaper. This one's going to cost you $39.99. And again, both of these are supposed to be due out this summer. And then the final Transformer item I have for you today is a look at a new triple changer coming from Hasbro. Again, part of the Transformers United line. This is a leader class Autobot. It is Sandstorm, which transformed from robot to helicopter to dune buggy. Was featured in the original cartoon and everything. So very orange-like, but that's what it is essentially based on. So this will be made available for pre-order probably in the next month or so. And if you're a fan of Sandstorm, this is one that you may want to check out. All right, now let's get into some NECA news. So we've got a look at a new Ultimate Universal Monster figure. This is Frankenstein's monster with chair. So this set is being offered on the NECA store. It will be going up for pre-order starting on February 12th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. We don't have a price on this one yet, but you can see it comes with multiple heads and some various other accessories. But again, he's also going to include that chair. So when more details like price and everything become available, which probably will happen when it goes up on the 12th, I'll be sure to pass that information on to you. But again, this is going to be offered on the NECA store. It's a 7-inch scale figure with 7-inch scale chair. And again, this set will be offered on the NECA store. NECA has also teased what appears to be a new Alf figure of some type. All they've shown at this time is this pizza box featuring Alf on the front there. I have no idea what exactly this is teasing. But we've seen them do the pizza boxes before for turtle stuff, but now with Alf. So again, when more details become available on this one, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And then finally on the NECA front, here's a look at the Misfits Toony Terror Red Robe figure that's available for pre-order at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store, and the cost of this one is $19.99. For you My Hero Academia fans, we have a new Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech figure that will be going up for pre-order starting on February 13th. This should be available at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. I don't have any pricing information on this figure yet, but it is based on the character, I guess you pronounce it Dabi, another property I'm not super familiar with, but it looks like it's going to come with multiple faceplates, multiple pairs of hands, and then various blast type effects. So again, if you're wanting to add this one to your collection, look for it to go up at your favorite e-tailer that sells Amazing Yamaguchi starting on February 13th. We've got a look at some new Square Enix Final Fantasy VII Bring Arts figures that should be going up for pre-order fairly soon. It is said that these figures will cost about $129.99 each. And with this wave of figures, we've got a look at Yuffie, Vincent Valentine, Sith, Fat Moogle with Sid Highwind. So again, I don't know exactly when these figures are going to be going up for pre-order, but I would expect them to be going up very soon. Super7 has put up for pre-order the next wave of Ultimate Silverhawks figures. So this is basically a one-figure wave that also has a vehicle. So the figure is Copper Kid, and the vehicle is his Space Racer. So the figure is $55. The Space Racer is $150. You can pre-order these at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. You can also order it directly at Super7 if you want to pay up front. And if you do that and you get both the figure and the vehicle, then they will include a super pack, which features an alternate head for the kid, a winking head sculpt, along with a screaming blaster and a removable screaming blaster effect. So that's if you order directly from Super 7 and get both items. But when you do that, again, you have to essentially pay up front. Whereas if you pre-order it from other places like Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, they won't charge you until the actual item comes in stock. So, but again, both of these are available for pre-order now. Mezco has put up for pre-order a new 112 Collective Ghostface figure. So this one's going to cost you $95. You can get it at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. It's supposed to be released in November of this year, so later this year. You're going to get multiple head sculpts, including one that glows in the dark. You're going to get multiple pairs of hands, weapons, things like that you would expect for Ghostface. So if you want to add this one to your collection, as I said, it is available for pre-order now. The Loyal Subjects has 2 new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures for their BST AXN line that are available for pre-order now. You can get these at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. These are figures that come in the special comic type packaging. So 2 of the turtles, so version 2 of these guys, Leonardo and Michelangelo. The cost of these are $34.99 each. And again, if you want to add these to your collection, you can pre-order them at our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth, or I'm guessing pretty much anywhere that carries figures from this line. Okay, and then finally for today, we're going to finish off with some news on the McFarlane toy front. I've got quite a bit of news for you guys on that front. So let's start off with some news from earlier this week. Going up for pre-order were those Hasbro-based G.I. Joe and Transformer Page Puncher sets. These feature the 3-inch figures and comic books. So we'd gotten indication that these were coming back during last year's Toy Fair. And then we got the official announcement earlier this year. But now we have a look at the actual figures. So there's 2 sets for G.I. Joe. There is a Good Guy set featuring Duke and Snake Eyes. And I believe these are reprints of comics from IDW. The Duke and Snake Eyes set includes G.I. Joe Real American Hero number 253 and number 10. So I think, again, those are from IDW. And then for the bad guys, we've got Cobra Commander and a Crimson Guard. And again, I believe these are based on IDW comics. So this is going to include a Real American Hero annual from 2012 and issue number 267 of Real American Hero. So those are your 2 different G.I. Joe sets. And then for Transformers, we've got Wheeljack and Bumblebee. Now, these figures do not transform. They're only about 3 inches tall. The Transformer ones might be a little bit taller, but about 3-inch scale is what these are. And again, I think these are IDW-based comics. So Bumblebee number 1 and Transformers number 7 is what is listed for these comics. So the price is the same, $17.99 each. You can get these at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, and I believe Amazon also has these available as well. For you Spawn fans, we have a new Big Bad Toy Store exclusive figure. It's a variation of the Mandarin Spawn, so this is the black and white accent version that is available for pre-order now at Big Bad Toy Store. It's supposed to be released in April of this year, and the cost of this one is $29.99. And then keeping it with Spawn, we also have a new statue, the Wings of Redemption, a 1/8 scale Spawn statue. So there's the regular version that's going to cost you $49.99. That's available pretty much everywhere, again, including our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, Amazon. And then there's a McFarlane Store exclusive version that has the digital copy included. That one's going to cost you $69.99. Also earlier this week, it was announced that McFarlane Toys will be celebrating its 30th anniversary. It's hard to believe that McFarlane Toys has been around for 30 years now. But in doing so, they'll be releasing a number of gold label figures, I'm guessing specifically for Spawn. The only thing that was specifically mentioned was a 2-pack that will not only feature a Spawn figure that's supposed to be based on early teenage sketches of the character by Todd McFarlane himself. You know, he started working on this character back when he was a teenager. And then the second figure in the set is said to be an actual figure of Todd McFarlane himself. So if you've ever wanted to have a figure of Todd McFarlane, you know, the Todd father, then you will soon have an opportunity to do so. I'm not exactly sure how the Spawn figure will look like, but should be interesting. Now, being it's a gold label, it means it will be some type of store exclusive. I'm guessing most likely through the McFarlane store, which could mean it might have a hefty price tag, but those details, again, have not been made available. But when we do find out more about this set or the other anniversary gold label figures that they plan on doing, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And then the final two items I have for you on the McFarlane toy front are DC Multiverse related. So both of these are store exclusive. So the first one is a new Batman figure that is being sold as a GameStop exclusive. This went up for pre-order yesterday. It is being listed as the Frostbite version of Batman. And actually it's kind of cool looking. It's basically looks like Batman has been frozen over. So this would probably go well with your Mr. Freeze figure, something like that. But again, this is being sold as a gold label GameStop exclusive. The cost of this one is $30. And then going up for pre-order today is another pretty cool set. It's a Green Lantern set featuring Kilowog, which is a mega type size figure, along with an updated version of Kyle Rayner. So this is probably the best looking version of Kyle that we've gotten in the line with the correct colors. You also get the translucent green armor pieces and weapons for both figures. The set is going to cost you $69.99, and this is being offered as an Amazon exclusive, and this went up for pre-order today. So as I'm filming this, it is still available. It's supposed to be released on April 1st, and so if you want to add this one to your collection, then head over to Amazon now. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about down in the comment section below. Again, if you are new to this channel, please consider subscribing and hitting that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. You'll be helping me obtaining my goal of trying to reach 100,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So right now I'm just over 65,000. I've got a long way to go, but with your all's help, I feel very confident that I can achieve my goal. And of course, if I do, we'll definitely do some celebrating. But like I say, if you are new to the channel and want to stay on top of all the latest action figure news, please think about subscribing. As always, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,